Back. If it isn't your strategic partner, Ali Midawi, on a brand new installment of the ME Show. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a few different areas of business that are relevant. And if you are in a network marketing profession, I can assure you and guarantee you, you're going to want to stick with me, as I'm going to be educating you on a recent article that has come out documenting and speaking of all things FTC, SEC, and all the three-letter agencies that are monitoring the network marketing profession, and how you need to be aware as an organization of what is coming down the pipeline. Plus, we're going to talk crypto, NFT, Forex. Is it something that's it hit its peak, or should you be concerned or worried? I have a few worries of my own for the next generation that is coming after us. But before we get into it, I got to let you know, this is the ME Show. Let's go.
You get everybody staring for days. All they see is just a young, pretty face. But I'm trying to get to know you much better. Don't matter how much time it will take. But there's something you're trying to hide. There's something you're keeping inside. But I'm trying to get to know you much better. Don't matter how much time it will take. I just can't give up. I just can't.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Season 2 of the ME Show. We have worked really, really hard to reconstruct, rebuild the content, the system, the processes that we're doing, and I could not be more excited. We got a brand new podcast episode that dropped yesterday about hype versus marketing. You definitely want to check it out. Just ask Alexa or ask Siri to play the recent or the latest episode of your strategic partner podcast. But today, let's talk about a few things that have come out. If you are in a network marketing profession, MLM space, affiliate marketing, or even if you are a online entrepreneur or solopreneur, let us know in the chat, in the comment, and that gives us the opportunity to interact and communicate a little bit, because wherever you may be watching this, whether you are on Facebook, whether you are on LinkedIn, Twitter, or on YouTube, I value you the time that you're giving us, and I can promise you I'm going to give you the utmost respect and the value that you deserve, and I will be coming here at least for now every single Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live and ready to give you the heat from all the things. Now, some of you may be here for the very first time, and you may be wondering, who is this guy and why should I listen to him? If I may, I've been in the business community for just about 14 years. I've been blessed to coach, train, and mentor overall the last 14 years, just about 50,000 individuals that went through different programs that I was part of creating, consulting, teaching, training, and I've helped 3 major organizations to create a grand total of $2 billion. I am Six Sigma trained, and I have the privilege to build companies in 6 continents. I speak 5 international languages, and I'm a global master trainer and founding member of an entrepreneurial community that helps individuals to start, grow, or scale businesses all over the world. So I've seen a thing or two in the business community, but specifically in the network marketing profession, I've had a lot of success, but I've also got out in 2015 after being really disappointed and just bottom line disgusted by some processes and individuals in certain companies that I just could not bear the idea of sharing the same room with. So I want to help you out today to understand this profession that I adore and I love, and also understand what's coming down the pipeline in March 30th and May 1st. There is a convention that is taking place in New Jersey, and guess who's going to be in it? The lawyers and every single individual from the watch, FTC, SEC, even the DSA lawyers are going to be in there, and they're coming with what is expected to be the next book of regulations for network marketing companies. Now, if you don't know, if you're new to network marketing, is the ability for you to build an organization, and within the organization, everyone is generating enough sales to not only create commissions for themselves, but commissions that will flow up to the individual that started the organization, somewhat like an online virtual franchise. But just like a franchise, there are policies, systems, and rules and regulations that must be respected. Hence, the idea of a network marketing company must create at minimum 66% of their financial bottom line has to be from customer acquisition. Now, most organizations, when they start, they're heavily focused on building organizations, on recruiting, building a sales force. Because what is a good product if you cannot build a sales force? So you have to have a sales force first. But the mistake that most organizations do, they never transition once they have a solid sales force to customer acquisition. And as they grow, they become a target for the three-letter agencies. Now, I would like to educate a little bit and teach on some of the things that you need to be educated on. So, as of recently, the Federal Trade Commission, or the FTC, warned multi-level marketing companies and their distributors this actual last summer that passed, when COVID was really, on its peak, on false income and product claims. See, aggressive MLM recruiting efforts to leverage the pandemic can be best understood. However, in the context of an industry that is already in steady decline, yes, I said in steady decline, and I'll share with you some statistics so you know exactly what I am referring to. The thing that needs to be understood, that now well below 1% of the total U.S. retail sales are in the MLM industry. That's below. So more of the direct selling organizations are just getting weaker and weaker from customer acquisition. And that's the scary thing. And that's what is alarming the three-letter agencies to come hard at the network marketing industry as a whole. So the real harm is inherent in the stories that are told by potential and current distributors about the nature of the business opportunity. And that's where the hype, that's where the exaggeration kicks in. That's where my product is the best and whatever it may be. I'm getting a message here that I'm frozen. Can I get a 411 if somebody sees me okay? I would certainly appreciate it. And thank you, Weenie, for the love. But we definitely don't want to be frozen, do we? Can you see me okay? Can I get a thumbs up? Anybody? Anybody? But we definitely don't want to be. Yeah, I hear and see myself, Weenie. I think it's on your end. I apologize. So in any case, so it's important for you and I to be focused on customer acquisition. So first, let's take a quick look at the Direct Selling Association industry data. Here's the scary part for me. From 2004 to 2019, right? That's 15 years. The network marketing distributor count has doubled. It went from 2.6 million individuals in the United States just in 2004 to 4.2 million. That's incredible growth. But let's talk about the customer acquisition. It's just about the same. It went on average, this is again from 2004, an average of $2,186 per distributor that they're selling, to $2,152 in 2019. What does that tell you and I? That tells you and I that we doubled in recruiting, in organizational growth. However, we're still tinier or smaller in customer acquisition. So when we see the FTC and all these crazy government agencies coming hardcore after us, here is why. This is why you need to be educated. They're saying that you are building a house of cards, that you are building a downline that is solely and based on a compensation plan. And if the economy shifts, or right now we see inflation and deflation that are taking place, and the bulk of those individuals just decide, I'm just going to walk away because I'm not necessarily making the money. The individuals who have put the time, the effort, the energy, even those who are at the very top, their income is going to crumble, is going to fall apart, because there is no sustainability in terms of a value proposition. There is no physical or digital product that is maintaining the company. And now this brings me to companies that I see in business right now that I'm very concerned about. Now, I'm not going to mention any names because they may be on their infancy stage building a downline and they're making their early mistakes, but I hope they make a switch. There are digital companies out there that I've seen that they're building a downline based on not even like an ICO, like an initial coin offering. And what they're doing is, hey, I'm going to create a downline, and you come in and you buy a certain amount of coins that I created. And then I get a profit from the coins that you created. So there is really no product. They just made up a digital product or a digital currency that's not regulated. So at any time and at any place, that owner, that company can be out of business, can leave, and they can hurt every single person. If you say, well, I don't think that's going to happen, I think that's impossible, let me help you out. I went through that 3 different times, and call me idiot, call me stupid, call me naive, whatever it was. I went through it 3 different times in 14 years. The very first one was an energy company, a regulated, federally regulated energy company. They sold and they just said bye-bye. The second company was a health and wellness company. And through that company, they went from 0 to 200 million. By the time I came in there, we built it to 6 countries all over the world. Everything is going great. They get shut down by the FTC because what was reported in the IRS did not match what was on their book of business. Not at my fault, but they were just bad operations, right? And then you come to the third company. They just straight up were stealing from me and my downline, and we just decided to walk away from it all. So I share all of this with you again and again and again to explain to you is that you, the entrepreneur, not the network marketing company, have to be educated, have to do your due diligence, have to do your homework, understand this profession. See, network marketing is not an industry. It's a delivery mechanism. It's a servicing method. It's like mail. It's like the post office, right? They just deliver. Amazon does not sell their product. Well, they have some products right now that they sell, but Amazon is just a fulfillment operation, right? Like they have warehouses where they store their affiliates' products that they're buying from one place to another. So network marketing is just a method of transactions. And you got to understand that. See, there could be mailers, right, selling the mail. There could be telemarketers, there could be door knockers, and then there's network marketers. It's just another delivery mechanism. You have to understand that you are the entrepreneur. And as an entrepreneur, network marketing needs to be a source of income out of many of the things that you do. Now, I don't believe in building multiple network marketing companies because network marketing requires to be completely sold out on the people who are sold out on you, because some people are invested their last dime, their hope, their ambition, their effort in you. So you owe them 100% of yourself. Now, somebody's going to say otherwise. To each his own, but that's just my methodology and my philosophy on network marketing specifically, right? But going back to the data and the statistics, it is very, very relevant to make sure that you are customer focused. Again, it may be in the infancy stage, but you got to start making a transition. Otherwise, after April 30th and May 1st, when they're going to have a conference or a convention in New Jersey, believe it or not, they're going to come back hardcore at every single company. So the data tell a story of successful recruiting, even in the face of declining retail sales. So in short, MLM distributors have found it increasingly more difficult to generate sales. Unlike other forms of retail selling, this decline raises questions with legal implication. What are the current and prospective distributors being told about the prospects and generating sales and earning money? Like, is the downline saying, just go recruit? The upline saying, just go recruit? Or is it they just don't know what they don't know, right? Like that's again why these agencies come down on network marketing. Number two, in pursuing this declining business opportunity, are the distributors just a captured group of customers who are simply recruiting their own replacements, meaning they get a couple of products and then they quit 2 months later after they referred a handful of people, and that's just that? Or three, is this a churning of distributors essentially an avenue for continued generation of profits for the MLM parent company and the provision of income for top distributors? So these 3 questions are mainly the main reasons why I believe that in network marketing, a lot of people, they just don't know what they don't know. Now, many of you, again, are going to say, why is Ali taking a dig at network marketing? I'm not. I am a network marketing professional. I am a master distributor and a global master trainer of a network marketing company myself. I just think we need to do it right or not do it at all. I am calling myself and my profession out to say, let's do it the right way. There are people who are being hurt. There are people who don't have the credibility, the influence that I have, and therefore they're doing it the wrong way because someone who knows just enough to be dangerous lied or misled them by accident or in purpose. So it's extremely important for you and I to take responsibility when it comes to our network marketing businesses and do it the proper way. See, in the fall of 2020, the FTC again warned the MLM industry against deceptive income claims. This is a huge piece in the bad experiences or bad reputation network marketing has. Independent research by Tina.org showed a rampant disregard of the past warnings. And in prior posts, in many places on social media specifically, it demonstrates the fertility and trying to derive meaningful information from publicly available statements about distributors' earnings. See, earnings claims by MLM companies and top distributors, they deserve a renewed attention in the context of decline in sales per distributor. It's important to have disclaimers. Usually companies by their second or third year, they start documenting it because they need enough data. They can't just show, 50 people that they have active or 100 people. They got to show a massive amount of people to show real averages. But these concerns go to the heart of the MLM model. For many years in the industry or the MLM industry, that these individuals, they actually are not focused at all at the products. As a matter of fact, I've seen and heard stories where many distributors will literally buy product packages and they just throw away the package. They don't care about it. They're like, all I care about is the compensation plan. I just want to build a downline. I just want to build a business. So it's important, again, the reason I'm bringing this to your attention is to make sure that we are, as a company, as an organization, as a community, we're doing the right thing. And for many years to come, we can preserve this network marketing profession. But unfortunately, sometimes there are top earners, top producers who have loud influences, and they just unfortunately they change the concept, they change the language, they change the beauty about it. I was taught once upon a time MLM stands for making life meaningful. And I could not agree more. It really can do so. But if you are driven by money and greed, it's going to be an ugly place. But if you are doing it for the right reasons, for the right cause, with the right people. So after reviewing this data that I'm sharing with you, and one wonders, and by the way, I will drop this article that I'm reading in the comments afterwards for you to check it out for yourself. So after reviewing the data, one wonders if the DSA, the Direct Selling Associations, understands that sharing information in any meaningful way requires a shared understanding of the words used. So in one document, the number of people involved in direct selling in 2019 is estimated to be between 16 to about 16.36 million people, broken down by state and U.S. territories. In another number, the direct sellers estimated is 6.8 million, with 36 or 37 million total customers. See, unfortunately, there are so many conflicting reports or sometimes manipulated reports just to give network marketing a good picture. But let's forget about wrong numbers or wrong reports or craziness that's out there. All you got to understand is if I'm not having a real valuable service and or product that is being exchanged between me and an end user, I should probably run away. See, what I take pride in, again, and I don't care what industry or what company you are involved with, if there is no valuable service or product, if there's no travel, CBD, life insurance, to TV, phone, internet, stem cells, I'm trying to make up every single one that's out there. It's got to be an actual service that the member is utilizing for themselves every single day, regardless of the compensation plan. If that is not the case, you are in a very bad circumstance. You're waiting for something bad to happen. If your company is heavily focused on recruiting, you have to make sure that you influence the leadership to change certain things eventually. Again, you may be in the infancy stage, but you have to start switching things up to customer acquisition, or at least document customer acquisition. Otherwise, when you grow and you become big enough, and they start auditing your books, and they're going to say, where's 66% of your revenue coming from? And you're going to say recruiting. Cool. We're shutting you down immediately. You're done. And everyone, including your business, is gone. Okay. So that's something that I think I drove home for you going deep. Now, how many of you are in the NFT, crypto, Forex, the craziness wave that's going on right now? I feel like that is the hottest conversation that is being had. I'm an old school investor. In 2015, we bought 11 Bitcoins when it was less than $750. So let it sit. We did okay, right? But unfortunately, right now, everybody's a trader. Everybody is a finance guru. Everyone is teaching you multiple streams of income while they have less than 2 months in any earnings at all. Or what I've liked to bring to your attention that I've learned recently, the concept of demo flexing. So demo flexing is individuals who use a demo account, meaning it's a tutorial account where they put fake money, right? Let's say I'm gonna pretend I have $100,000, and they start trading with the pretend money, and then when they make a good return on the pretend money, they start taking pictures and posting it everywhere with no disclaimers, without saying this is a demo account. They just blast it everywhere to build credibility for themselves. As a matter of fact, I remember about a month and a half ago, there was major news. It was a 19-year-old who defrauded like $75,000 in 1 hour out of individuals just using a demo account. And everyone like, man, that's amazing. He's like, if you pay me this amount of money, I'll show you how I've done it. And everybody's sending him money, and he's pretending that he knows what he's talking about. And he walked away in 1 hour, 75 grand. Crazy, isn't it? So it's important for you, again, to get educated. I'm new to the trading world. As a matter of fact, we just launched a educational platform all about trading called Driven. As a matter of fact, if you're available at 8 o'clock, it's for members only, but I'll sneak you in. We have an open Q&A session with one of our executives. Now, with that, I learned that if the company that you are doing business with has access to your money, meaning if you're storing your money in their account, you may be in a little bit of trouble, because at any time they can walk away. As a matter of fact, the fastest growing financial trading platform that went from zero to almost $1 billion is called USI Tech. The reason you don't hear about it today is because he got shut down by the FTC. They grabbed every dime out of them, and they went on their top producers and said, give me all that money back, and plus interests, and plus fees. Yes, real things, people. So the reason I keep coming in here, and you know, my fellow very few top earners get mad at me. I wrote a book called The Lion Network Marketer. If you don't have access to it, just make sure you go to winwithali.com, and you can download the audiobook complimentary. I don't sell anything from my website. Just go to winwithali.com right down there, and you can download the audiobook, The Lion Network Marketer. And I call out, not in a negative fashion, but I call out my own mishaps. I call out my own mistakes. I call out the things that I wish I knew or wish I could do better, but I didn't. So I feel like I need to redeem myself when I tell you these things. So let's talk about NFT, crypto, digital currency. These are real assets. I used to be a skeptic a long time ago, before 2015. And then I invested, and I did really, really well, right? How many of you would be happy if you invested in Bitcoin when it was $700? And I had a lot of people laugh at me, think that I was crazy, and we did really, really well. But what I will tell you is I fear that this generation that is in this emotional high about digital currency and NFTs is they don't understand that in anything there's always a dip. In other words, right now we are in a gold rush. Everyone and their mother are fully excited and invested, and they're putting money and they're talking about it. But just like anything, what goes up must go down. It is just the nature of the beast. It is in any single commodity that has ever existed, and it will happen with everything that we're seeing right now. I've noticed it happen where Bitcoin tickled 20,000, and then it dropped all the way to 3,600 in a matter of 6 weeks. And everybody's like, oh, take your money and run, take your money and run. And many were smart enough, and they held on. They held on. It keeps going back between 57,000 and 65,000, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth right now. It is a respected, federally government approved way of accepting payments through PayPal, Venmo, and all these different Cash App, all these different platforms. You see Tom Brady right now is bragging about it. Excuse me. So NFTs are going to be the same exact thing. Just like you buy art and you save it and you collect it and it has value, NFT is digital art, and it's going to be the same exact way. Get educated on it. It is still not regulated or lightly, mildly regulated, depending on the state that you live in and or the country that you are in. But what I will tell you is, please, please, please don't live beyond your means. I like to live on 20% of my income. So no matter how much money I'm making, even if I'm making $1 million, I only live on 200,000 a year. And the reason I do that is to make sure that I maintain and just in case something crazy takes place and something happens, I always have a backup plan. B, I always want to be ready for opportunities. And C, I reinvest most of my money right back and immediately. Because if you are cash happy, taxes are going to be really, really high. Again, different states are going to have different processes. Please make sure you check with your CPA. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm telling you what to do with your money. I'm just sharing with you what I do. So by default, I'm positioning myself to keep my taxes low legally. I'm positioning myself to always reinvest my money, and I'm positioning myself to have a backup plan in case something goes crazy. I have more than enough time to recover and recoup my losses, and I welcome losses. I think without losses, you will not win. Think about the yin and the yang, right? Like that white and black halves fish, and you have the black dot and the white dot on the opposites. One cannot survive without the other. If you take the black fish and he eats the white fish, it becomes all darkness. If you take the white fish and he eats the black fish, it becomes all whiteness, right? So one would remove the other. So they have to coexist. That's how the yin and yang works. I believe that losses come around with wins. If you don't lose, you'll never win. Your losses are your teachable moments. Your losses are your foundation. Your losses are your character building moments. And this is why I believe that you have to be prepared and ready for a dip, which will happen just like it did in any single thing. I say that to you because the younger generation that are entering the entrepreneurship phase, they're entering it based on what they see on social media. 90% of what's in social media is hyped up, is lied, is exaggerated, is emotional high, dopamine. And I don't want you to make a mistake and put yourself in a position where you're putting finance associated with emotional high just to get crushed, because again, you may not be mentally prepared. And I say mentally prepared, I'm not being disrespectful. As men or boys, depending on where you are in age, the cerebral part of the brain that makes decisions, it's back here, it does not fully mature until the age of 27. That's the part that you make sound decisions. Okay. For women, at 25, you ladies are always more mature than we are. But understand that there will be dips, there will be losses. Welcome them. For those of you who are professionals, whether in network marketing or in investment, I ask of you is be responsible. There's power in the spoken words. Whatever comes out of your mouth, you got to be very, very careful with how it is articulated. If your compensation plan allows you to make up to $25,000 a month, don't say you make $25,000 a month. State the facts. The truth is good enough. Up to $25,000 a month. Most people just want to make $1,000 a month, so you don't need to impress anybody. I share this with you because I had an upline who told me that he was making $25,000 a month until I started bringing 80% of the room was in my organization. If you want to hear that full story, by the way, download my book. winwithali.com is 100% complimentary. That means it's FREE, baby, free for you. You just got to go and download it. And you get to hear the full story on how I've made some mistakes and I was lied to. And I was part of many situations that my upline asked me, lie. And I don't want you to make the mistakes that I have made. I ask of you of that. Okay. So I hope that today's season premiere of the ME show brought you some value. Make sure you check us out in winwithali.com and make sure you download our latest audiobook. It is available and has been. We had over 100,000 downloads thus far. You are going to be seeing a whole lot of content of us everywhere. There is an app that is coming out on the very first quarter of 2022 that I'm so excited about. It's going to have exclusive content just for the app members. Everything you could ever imagine, I'm going to be providing it, and I don't charge for what I do. Plus, I'm going to give you more exclusive access to some speaking engagements. I have been booked for the better first 2 months of 2022 for online and physical speaking engagements that I will be doing, and I'm going to include you in the whole journey. And you know me, I give, and I will outgive, I will outvalue. My goal is 2022 is to become the number one public speaker in the world. And I know that's a big statement, and a lot of people are like, this guy's crazy. I am the number one public speaker in the world. I will deliver everywhere that I may with value, and I will put my money where my mouth is. I love to give. I love to help foundations and organizations within our own entrepreneurial community. We are sponsoring children all around the world. About 1,000 kids are being sponsored as we speak right now, and our goal is 100,000 kids. So I have to do whatever it takes to fulfill that cause, but I have other causes that I'm passionate about personally, and I want to help you out. There are many shows. I'm launching a whole media platform that is coming out very soon. Again, it is going to be available to you at no cost as well, just to give you the value that you deserve. And I will be including other entrepreneurs and other personalities as well. And there is a show that is going to be coming out in the first quarter of 2022 that I think you're going to be really, really excited about. It includes me giving away a whole lot of money. So I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. I cannot wait to get your feedback. Please hit that share button. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that reminder button, whatever you're watching this from. We're going to give a whole lot more as we continue to deliver to you, to give to you. And let us know what was the biggest takeaway that you've had out of today's episode of the ME Show. So I appreciate you and I thank you. And until next time, peace out, everybody. See you soon.